Welcome everyone. It is Tuesday, November 8th, 2022. And today we are going to continue working on Kaeya. You know, no surprises there. Day 8. So we have been doing this for a long time now. Like approximately 20 hours. Still a bit inefficient, but I like the result. I'm actually, let me open Lisa, and let me open the references for Kaeya. I forgot to open those. Whenever I feel down with how Kaeya is turning out, I can always look at Lisa and feel a little bit better that it's looking like this one looks so much better than this one already. I don't know, the character here is boring, but the background is really good. But yeah. So yesterday we finished the shirt. Now we're gonna do like suit, and this is why I got this reference here for this suit. So we already have the base color in. It feels like it follows the same, pretty much the same idea as the shirt. Also, if, again, I'm warning, if the stream goes down for whatever reason, it's because my computer crashed. Oh, the music is really loud. I didn't notice that. I apologize. As I was saying, if for whatever reason the stream goes down, it's because the computer crashed, and yeah. And I'm gonna be completely honest, if that does happen, I don't think I'm gonna turn the stream on again. But yeah, it has been happening to me while I've been working in the afternoon. Yesterday I did the confession prompt, and it was constantly crashing and losing my progress. So I lost patience and just, you know, posted the sketch, I guess. Like I didn't even have enough time to fully flesh out a good idea. And when I just thought of, you know, maybe coloring it a little bit, the computer crashed 2 times in 20 minutes. So yeah, I don't know what's happening, because when I'm working, I have Edge and CSP open, and that's the only things that are open. When I'm streaming, I have CSP, Edge, and OBS, right? And it doesn't crash for 3 hours straight. It doesn't crash, so it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, those are my gripes with it. think I said yesterday that we are gonna start with the pants. Like there are still things that I need to fix on the boots, but I want to get the pants done. As for the background, I'm gonna keep it relatively simple. Like I'm not gonna be super detailed about it because there's no need for me to do that. The focus piece is Kaeya. Either way. I forgot about this. Okay. Yeah. Lately, it's been kind of hard to get up because the weather is getting colder in the northern hemisphere. And the bed is just so snuggly, you know? Just makes me want to stay. I might need to like go to bed earlier to be able to stay a little bit longer. But yeah. This is a piece that's taking a long time. See, if I was working on the Genshin pieces full time, I could have done Kaeya in like 3 days, with the amount of time that I'm taking at least, right? And further down the line with a more refined method, I could maybe even shave it down to like a day and a half, maybe a day, right? If I went really nuts at it, because I've seen some artists on Twitch do 16-hour streams, so you know that's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. Not to mention that I'm also preoccupied that Twitter will stop being a good place for artists to be. You know, I only started using it because of that. A lot of artists were migrating to Twitter after the whole Tumblr debacle of banning nudity. But kinda sucks. To be completely honest. So I worked really hard. Like if I do like this, it does make a difference. But as I remove it, like it becomes less and less relevant in the entire piece. If I remove it completely, you can still read it pretty well. So that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was a bit with time constraints due to personal stuff, and that severely limited my time to actually come up with anything interesting for the prompt. I had like 2 hours, and amongst those 2 hours, the computer was crashing, so I kind of lost my patience, and yeah, I really don't know what's happening to it. Because it's not lack of memory, for instance. I thought maybe the time lapses are occupying so much memory that the computer might be crashing because of it, but it isn't. I still have like half of my SSD completely free, so that ain't it. I definitely don't know what it is. It's frustrating. Yeah, today I'm gonna try and pay more attention to the stream duration or how long I've been working, so that I actually take a break when I need to keep going for the 3 hours. Resting is important. It's part of the exercise, part of the work. Watching, I mentioned this yesterday. I've been watching videos on popular illustrators, right? There are things that I like the way they use filters and things like that to give their look to the pieces, but at the same time, like, you copy that and your piece will look like theirs. So it's good to understand how creative you can get with filters, but at the same time, you should be careful to not be a carbon copy of another artist. Studying them is okay, like trying to become them is bad. It stagnates our growth. My worry is not even like copying them is bad. Intrinsically, it's just that if we only copy them, it stagnates everything in a way. Right? That's why, like, I use these as reference to know how to paint things, but eventually I want to like change it to like my own thing. It's just that I can't right now due to lack of practice. So I'll start with copying Yesterday I was pleasantly surprised to see that there was a Walking Dead episode. the next episode is going to be the series finale. You heard that right, series finale, not season finale. Walking Dead is gonna end. At least the show. There's gonna be like 3 movies, I think, but I think the movies are to tell what happened to Rick Grimes a few seasons back. But yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's a very endearing show. It's really weird. I grew up with that show on TV, but I never watched it at the peak of its popularity. Now the popularity kind of died down, right? They're still going with it, and only now I'm catching up with it. When something gets really popular, I don't see it, and I see it in my own pace, you know? Like, I know that, what's it called? Game of Thrones, right? It kind of went down really badly in season 8, but I might actually watch it. There's a bunch of things that I already know about the show, but you know, I still watch it. To me, being spoiled or not doesn't really matter, because you cannot spoil the entire show. So I think some people focus too much on 1 or 2 details. The show is so much more than that. Also, I still remember vividly, like, the end of season 2. It's saying season 2 of Walking Dead. Sorry, season 2 of Walking Dead. It was pretty nuts. I always thought that Andrew was an annoying character anyway. Because it's kind of like, I understand the complicated situation that he was in, but Jesus Christ, so annoying. Oh, hello, fellow gamer. You're here early. I mean, it's not the earliest you've been here, but it's still early. It's what, 25 minutes of stream? Yeah. I was talking about The Walking Dead and how the next episode is going to be the series finale. Well, not anymore. I'm making you wake up early. Gotta work, man. You wake up at 7 a.m. and you go to sleep at 11 p.m. Yeah, The Walking Dead is the show at least, is ending next week. So that is interesting. At least I'd say. Like reminiscing a little bit. It's been one hell of a ride. I caught up with the show at season 10, I think, and I've been watching it weekly the entirety of season 11. So it's been very interesting. Apparently the show is in a very different place compared to the comic book. Which is also kind of interesting. They decided to make it differently. There's gonna be light here, so we might do something like this. And something like this. Also, it was a shame that SKT didn't win Worlds, but DRX like managed something incredible. So yeah, that was really something. Honestly, it's one of those things where if you reach the finals, you pretty much already deserve to win Worlds either way. So exactly. So unfortunately, one has to win. So just ended up being DRX. But like, just for the fact that SKT could have won their 4th title, Jesus, dude. And all of them with Faker. Right. Like you were, okay, so I kind of memed with the pick'ems, right? Because that's what I do. But I put Faker on every single stat thing. Like he did reach for the finals. Like he did exactly what I thought he was gonna do. This one I think will be here. Yeah, like Faker is just something different, man. There's a lot of great players, but holy shit, in a competitive scene, just constantly getting into the finals. Holy hell. Yeah, I didn't see how it ended up being. You can send the link if you want. Okay, so those are the lights, the cold lights at least. Um, those are the warm lights. Okay. Shit. Be like very soft here. I mean, I could change the hardness for a little bit, just so that I can eat. Yeah, that looks okay. You still got more points. What can I say? The coin has its powers. You might hear Facebook noises, but let's see. Yeah, I don't care that much about worlds. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even see the games. I just saw the opening ceremony, and that's it. That's the only thing that I'm kind of interested in. Okay, I can do. It's like nothing else really interests me in worlds. I also saw that one of the casters said like, "What the fuck?" Right? I think it was after a Baron steal. They just went, "What the fuck?" I thought that was funny. I think he had to pay a fine for that as well. Like, to me, that's the really fucked up thing. Like, you get so excited about what's happening, you know? And has to pay a fine. Here. I forgot to select this part. See, if there was a mask from the get-go, I wouldn't forget things like this. But yeah, at least the finals were interesting. It was something that a lot of us were hoping for a very long time. Because for a very long time they were all like very one-sided. It's good to see a 3-2 You know, Silver Scrapes in the final. Finally. I just wanted, you know, someone singing it a cappella, Silver Scrapes. That would have been interesting. We already know most of the Yard skins. I know that Kindred is gonna have a skin. Right? That's exciting. Like, the really funny shit would have been like one of them demanding a Zillion skin. That shit ain't never gonna happen. Nobody cares about Zillion, am I right? I love how the line art does almost nothing. That's incredible. Aatrox, Kindred, Akali, Caitlyn. Probably Animal. Wait, 6 skins. Don't they usually do only 5? Just a little bit, yeah. Damn, 2 junglers. See, that's why they won. It was 5v6. Extra jungler, man. New meta. Overwatch turned 5v5 league is turning 6v6. I'm gonna have to like paint here. Just something like this, I think. We blur it a little bit. Bit of a lazy strategy, but it's okay. We'll have to add some glow in a bit, so. Use a little bit more dark over here. Yeah. They were both Korean teams, right? Ooh, the window now appears here. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, like T1 and the RX are both Korean, I think. Region diff. I mean, to be completely fair, it's either Korea or China, so you know, pick your poison. Sort of deal. Okay. In this position, the pants would be stretched, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to like do anything else here. Just, you know, blur this a little bit. Let me see. There's that. Maybe very lightly, like this. There's a reflection of the glass. Although, you know, it wouldn't be too shiny, but it needs some reflected light. I can then adjust the curves, so it's gonna be okay. In terms of pants, that'll be pretty much it. Are these in? They're the same color. All right, so I'm gonna like shade this the same way I shaded the boots. So base color, I'm going to this layer. Also, I forgot, well, I didn't forget to warn anyone because I didn't remember. But Friday, there won't be a stream. So, yeah. Friday there won't be a stream. I'll have to do something that requires me to go away for a bit during the morning and all of the afternoon, so yeah. At least for the rest of the week, I think I'm free. So, did you enjoy the mudkip that I sent you? That was a fun one. I can only imagine like biologists finding new species and be like, what the fuck is that? Can you imagine like the first archaeologist that found dinosaur bones being like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That shit is probably like 3D or some shit. Like you don't even know like the amount of effort that some people go just to make memes. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like 3D or something. Don't worry too much about it. Such a long process. Okay, I'm sleepy. So soon. Like not even 1 hour in. Oh, you can actually hear the construction noises. Oh shit. How do I... Okay, I have an idea. Wait a second. Maybe this will work. I'm gonna make a little bit of noise. I apologize. Just adjusting this a little bit to see if it works. It still detects it a little bit. Hopefully there's not so much noise now. Yeah. I just put like a shirt under the microphone to muffle the vibration. Also, you said there are air-breathing fish. Well, we are fish and we breathe air, so checkmate, atheists. Doesn't seem like you can hear a lot of the construction sounds anymore. Good. That your next D&D character should be called Captain Bonerfish. Or Redacted Fish. I have so many characters. Yeah, I know. I know. I usually just like randomize the next character that I'm gonna make. I don't take it too seriously. That's how I ended up with Alligator Raid. Alligator! I'm an alligator! Or the Shiba Inu with the traffic cone on his head that has 200 bottles of skooma, and it's the fastest entity the multiverse has ever seen. That's always a highlight. Based. I think this is also the same color. Yeah. Swear to God, like, this street cannot go like 3 months without someone's house being in construction work. It's incredible. So it's the same color, so we should be okay shading it with this. Honestly, this leather, I'm not gonna worry too much, so just color it like that, and I like this as well, honestly. It's gonna only catch like a little bit of light from there. Gotta think about these things out loud. But at least like this, it has some sort of sense to it. Didn't even need that much. It's no longer as flat. I'm just gonna... I actually don't know where this is from. Okay. That's weird. It's a little bit weird. Oh, whatever. So pants are done. Most of the leather is done. What else? Actually, this part is pretty much the same color, so I could do that. I think. Kind of excited because this is getting close to the end, at least of the character, not so much of the piece itself. I still have the background to do, but yeah. I just noticed I forgot this piece over there, but I'm gonna leave it like that. I also realized when I was playing the game, see, playing the game has its advantages. When I was playing the game, I noticed that the hands are really different in terms of the gloves. It isn't supposed to have this on this one. I'm gonna leave it, but they are different. Like this part, it's only on one hand. I saw that. Also, let's see. Yeah, that was definitely a gamer moment. I think I'm gonna darken the shirt quite a bit. I don't want it to be so light. But for that, I'm gonna have to like darken everything else. So just blur this shit a little bit. I have to like I also noticed that in the references that I got for Amber, there were two suits. In the game, there's actually two suits that you can switch from, which is like the one that is more formal, which had like the white part in the belly, whereas there's the more common, which has the brown part, which is used more for leaving the castle and things like that. So at least that type of confusion got pretty much resolved. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Okay, in the character, we need to take care of what? I need to work a little bit on the eye. I mean, I could leave the eye like that and it'll be fine. And just add some corrective or correction layers to it. Oh, okay. Save it. Now we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this first. I do have to say, I think Riot lately has been missing the target a lot with their game, with their skins, whatever, right? To me, not that important. But when it comes to music, the Pentakill events, the ceremonies in the Worlds, albeit there were a few that were kind of a dud, but this whole sessions thing, although the Talia one isn't really my cup of tea, it's like too energetic, there's lyrics, I don't like that, but some people do like that, and it's very popular, but I prefer this type of thing. I prefer the Vi and Diana ones, they're really good. I think they absolutely hit the mark when it comes to music. Arcane was really good, and oh, what's happening? Arcane was really good, but it's like the music absolutely carried it. Like now, the artists have a problem with Arcane, which is following up on that massive success. It's not gonna be easy. Yeah, I agree. Like every department does amazing things. It's just that, for instance, the interest in making more and more money. League of Legends team. The thing is, right, if they took longer to make skins and like really flesh out, if they like took the time to develop worlds behind the skins and things like that, instead of just pumping out concepts, you know, I think it will be a lot more interesting. It's just, it's not as monetizable, right? I think a lot of people would enjoy that. But that's the thing, it's no longer about the enjoyment of the player, it's about how much return it can give to the investors. And we talked about this yesterday, about how greed tends to ruin everything. It happened with Twitter. And when there's art involved, you cannot expect it to work with capitalist rules. Like, artists can practice being productive regularly, right? But we are kind of fickle creatures. Sometimes we take time to actually come up with something decent, and that's not very good for investors. I don't like that. Unfortunately. That's the major issue. Like, people need to understand eventually they can't make more money. Right? Feel like nobody is capable of doing things just for the want of creating things. And that kind of sucks. It's a little bit more contrast there. Albeit there should be a light. Whatever. We'll leave it to ambient occlusion. Yeah. It's a bit sad that that's the state in which things are. But still, League is not the greatest offender. Like, not even close to the imagination for that. I think Blizzard and Activision are the worst in that regard. Because for all intents and purposes, like, League still gives us quality things. It's just that they're kind of irrelevant. Right? Like, giving us Empyrean skins, they are good, but they're kind of irrelevant for the game. At least, that's what I think. Right. And even dedicating part of the opening to the Empyrean skins. It's like, nobody is gonna remember that, right? But the opening ceremonies, we might go back and watch them and just be like, what is that? Which to me is so weird that they decided to do that. Like, they didn't even do that for the Spirit Blossom, which was like one of the most successful events in recent years, right? So to me, it's a bit weird that they decided to do that. Like, even I, someone that doesn't care that much about visual novels, think that the first Spirit Blossom was pretty good. In other years, there was something to show. Yeah, I had mixed feelings about this year's opening ceremony. Yeah. It's like, in a technical level, it was good, right? Like, the implementation of the hologram screens and how it worked with, like, the elevator right at the end with Nas going on it, you know, it was really cool. But I don't know, it's just, it felt a little bit empty. That combined with how soft the anthem felt, you know. Also, there was a thing that I thought was a bit weird in terms of clothes. When they were kind of like recreating the story of the season start cinematic, the Volibear supporters, I was very confused at first because I didn't think that the clothes were that connected to Volibear, I think. You know what I mean? Like, I looked at it and I was like, okay, ripped clothes, that seems a fashion choice, I guess. I don't know. I think it was a weird choice in costume. But the dances were cool, at least. They did their best with what they had, honestly. I feel the opening cinematic like caused a lot of hype, and we had nothing. But it would have been like, even if the community like speculated too much, um, it would be nice if Riot followed the community's lead and decided to make a Void event this year, right? Because everyone was really excited for it. It was like something different, right? The major problem is that Velvet has already been released, so it might have been a little bit redundant. But it would have been nice if they did something like that. Because we already know they don't care too much about PvE events, which honestly are super duper cool, but they don't want to do that anymore. Like, can you imagine a Void PvE event? Like, no skin line, just Void, you know? That could be something incredible. But yeah. There's also the problem that monsters don't sell very well in China and Korea. They prefer humanoid champions. Can you imagine having anything at all besides skins, missions, and orbs? True, true. I mean, okay, so recently we haven't had anything new, but I like how they did. I think it's Nexus Blitz, right? I like that one, but I think that one came with the I just said the name. That skin line with Cassiopeia, Yone, Timo, Spirit something. I don't remember, but you know, I think the Nexus Blitz came with that. Right, that would be introducing new Spirit Blossom. That's it. I was thinking about Spirit Guard, but I knew that wasn't it. But yeah, like, it would be really cool. Like, Nexus Blitz really scratched that itch, you know? Like the little cards with the training dummies. I think that was so fun. And the cannons, both on top and bottom of the map. If you take too long, the Nexus just starts rolling random Soraka. It's like, that's just dumb fun, and it was so healthy for League. Like, one of the last times that I actually had fun with League, because normal League isn't fun anymore. It's like, if I want to try something new, everyone just starts fucking flaming you because you're not supposed to build something at X minutes. You know, even if you try to ignore them, it's like, if you actively have to ignore your teammates just to be able to play the game, then there's something wrong with it. Like, full ability haste zillion. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work, but it's still fun to try. Recruit the champions and build a village. See, that's cool. That's cool. Missions for Spirit Blossom, Halloween, and Empyrean in the same event. Yeah. It feels like they're getting very comfortable with it. Like, the game is so big that it can't fail. So why spend money developing things when you can just, do skins and people will rush to buy tokens to get the premium or prestige in this case, right? Like, it feels like they don't even have to try. And that's partly the consumer's fault for not considering the value of things, but that's also part League's fault. Because it's like, to an extent, there was a problem with Diablo Immortal that I think League and a lot of other games are slowly starting to have, which is too many different currencies, right? Let me create a new one. So for League you have what do we have? Let's think. We have blue essence. We have orange essence. We have mythic essence. We have event tokens. Right? We have star shards for TFT. We have RP. What else do we have? Prestige points. Right? And like, it starts to be a bit complicated. Because it's really disingenuous. Hello, Lilac. We're just talking about how many different types of currencies League of Legends has. But I promise I've been working. I've done the pants. I've done this little thing. I corrected some things here. I did the leather. Sort of. Yeah. Also, you showed up a little bit before me making the break. But yeah. You were talking about all the different types of currencies that League of Legends has, right? Blue essence sources, mythic, event tokens, star shards, RP, prestige points. It's like it's so overwhelming, right? It's like, we know very well why they're doing this. It's because usually, for instance, when there was only RP, right, a long time ago. For instance, my account has 23 RP, right? And that's a few cents. But if you start to like bleed a few cents everywhere, it starts to compensate for the company and not so much for the user, right? That's why they separate everything. It's more efficient for them, and it forces us to put more money into it if we want something. Again, you can play the game for completely free, but it's a bit disingenuous going that path. Also, thank you. I am trying my voice. I am trying my best to make a good illustration out of this. Later on, we're gonna do some correction layers just to make some parts darker. What is happening with my voice? Sorry. Just to make some parts darker. I want this part over here to be much darker. So there you can like this part. So the face is illuminated, and here because of the vision, this thing, and the sword. But other than that, I want the rest to be sort of in the darkness. Yeah, my voice. But yeah, in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna make a break so that I can actually last until the 3-hour mark, and then at the 3-hour mark, I will see if I continue or not. It's saving. Okay. Actually made a mistake here. Because the sword is shining, so we shouldn't like color everything. Yeah. So gonna do something like this. Yeah. Also, just so you can see, compare Kaeya with Lisa. Oh my god. Look at the difference. And all it took was references. Albeit, I still very much enjoy the shelves. She's pretty bonkers. I mean, she is, but I think I could have made her a lot more interesting in terms of pose. It is gonna be next level. Yeah. Oh, dude, I was playing Genshin, and reaching the Lisa part is not hard, right? And there was like a line where she was like, "Oh, don't you want to have like a part-time here or something?" And like the amount of bait in that character, it's insane. Damn. Being horny on main at this ungodly hour. Disgusting. I like it. But I haven't played with her character yet, I think. I think that character is given to you for free so that you can make a team, but yeah, I haven't played with her. But I think she's Electro, so, or whatever they call the lightning users. But she has quite a sad backstory, because like in the exchange for Academic prowess. I think she had her lifespan cut in half. Like that's a very large simplification. But yeah, I don't think that's pretty much what happened to her. And I think it's even sadder that she chooses to like spend her days in a library, knowing that her lifespan is halved. Hmm. Here, here, and here, maybe even a little bit here. And by the way, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I'm just going for it, sort of. Yeah, I'm gonna need like a darker color later on, but I think that works. Are you hearing the construction sounds? No. Also, Lunar, you weren't here, but the construction sounds were actually being picked up by the microphone. So I kind of hacker mended and I put a shirt under the microphone to muffle the vibration. Smart. What studying multimedia does so, motherfucker. Oh, you definitely hear it now. Gods. You can hear my neighbor's gods. Oh yeah, you sometimes can still hear it. But like, it would be hard for me to like muffle that much. I think. Let me try. Try. Also, it's about time that I do a break. Yeah, exactly 1:30. Yeah, coincidence. Let me try. The hard part for me is like leaving the microphone still standing up. I apologize for the noise. I mean, if I keep making noise in the microphone, you won't hear the construction sounds if I've had. Right? Like, if you manage to hear construction sounds now, I don't know what to do. Yeah, it feels okay. So, before making a small break, about 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna just use a darker color here. Just to add a little bit more contrast to it all, you know. This part feels definitely a little bit boring. In the first place. Yeah, but I saw that OBS was capturing it, and you know, just making sure that the experience is pleasant. a little bit of effort goes a long way. Here to separate those parts there. Okay. And here to follow through. Yeah, this way looks a lot more interesting. So from here, what we're missing in the actual character are the bottom parts of the shoes. I'd actually have to like, I don't know what the fuck I just did. All right, it's saving because I want to bring back the selection. There we go. I just remembered that maybe doing a little thing like this just to indicate a little bit of light and light. You know what? I'm not even worried about that. And like this to indicate the light is coming from outside. Outside? Or the back, more specifically. But yeah, like I'm missing the bottom of the shoes, the cape, the little things that he has on his shoes, this blue part. This over here. So it's like a lot of small pieces on the character itself. After that, we can start working on the sword. And after that comes the background. So if I can like do the small pieces until the end of the stream, that'll be okay. I might even start working on the sword itself. I'll start with the yellow part and then work the bluish part that glows. Yeah, the background is definitely going to be for another stream. So at least this piece takes at least 9 streams or around 27 hours because I am not used to paint like this. But yeah, I'm going to make a small break. And of about 10 minutes or so, I should really add a layer. Let me just in bold letters, because apparently having the screen with small break BRB is not enough. So yeah, 10 minutes and I'll be back shortly. So stick around. Back? Yeah. If my math is correct, I took about 17 minutes. Not 17. 12 minutes, sorry. 12 minutes, so a little bit more than what I was expecting. But just needed to take a good break to stretch my legs, because yesterday the gym was killing me, and it still is. Let's remove that, remove this. Putting on the glove again. But yeah. Now, small things. Okay, so I'm missing this belt right here, so I'm gonna start working on that. Yeah. Like stretching does wonders for me. So when I'm streaming, I'm required to be a lot of time in the same place, right? And that can be very tiresome. Like you do that for a little bit of time and it feels like you're more tired than if you were working like 8 hours on a piece or something. Because you can't just make normal breaks. Because I usually use the Pomodoro timer thing, where you work 20 minutes and you do a 5-minute break, 20 minutes, 5-minute break, you know? Just so things slowly start moving forward without me being too overwhelmed with the amount of time that I need to work on things. So, because that way you work, if you work 6 hours, you have rested like an hour and a half. It's not quite like that because it's like 25, then 4 times that, but in the fourth one, instead of being 5 minutes of rest, it's 20 minutes of rest. Or 10 minutes of rest, I think. Just so you have small rests and big rests. Right? And that kind of worked for me when I was doing anatomy studies. I was improving really quickly because I was spending the entire day studying without getting too tired. Okay, so there's not a lot of places where this can get darker. There's here. Right, I might even do a little bit darker here. But other than that, it's like... just like this, right? Well, maybe not. Maybe we just add that. Okay. Maybe add a little of that to add some personality to it. Just here. Good. Now what else? The shoes. I'm not gonna do like a lot to this. Actually, the selection. The selection here is actually the easiest one. Because everything is already clipping to the silhouette. So the shoes being the limit of the silhouette. That was a weird selection. I don't know why, I just had this massive urge to watch BoJack Horseman again. I know it's a terrible idea because I'm gonna feel like shit by the end of it. I mean, not by the end of it, midway. I think the end was really cool. Like, I really like how the show ended. It's a very positive message of, no matter how much you've fucked up in the past, like, as long as you want to improve yourself as a person, you should go for it. Like, you're never too far gone. Sometimes you have to deal with the consequences of your own actions, but you're never too far gone. As long as you want to game, you should go for it. Hey, what's up, people? God damn, we have the best timing. You're just lurking for for hours, just waiting for the best time to appear. How's it going this beautiful Tuesday that has already passed for you, but it's barely starting for me? Jesus. My street is just falling apart. What is happening? Well, right now it's raining and there's construction work on my street. We had, at least I had, a little bit of a problem. I had to like muffle the vibrations on the microphone, so I put some clothes underneath. You know, the scuffed solutions that actually work. And the character itself is almost done. Yeah. Gaming. Also, let's zoom out so that you can see. I worked on the pants. I don't have a lot of practice on it, but it's going well. Like, we can compare it to Lisa. I like this more, but still needs a little bit of polishing in the process. But it's not bad. It's not bad. There's a lot of nuggets in the whole thing that I like. And I'm planning to at least finish the small pieces, right? Like this part over here is not rendered yet. This blue part and the cape and these little bells. And if I have time, I start with the yellow part, puffy pants. Yeah, the sword is gonna glow because the sword actually glows in the game. So sounds like we'll be sick. Yeah, like the sword needs to glow, and then I'll also like pull the glow a little bit. I already like took that into consideration when I was rendering, but I'm also gonna like with adjustment layers and curves and things like that, I'm gonna adjust it later on. But that's, you know, for later. Cute. Yeah, there we go. But yeah. So what are you up to between yesterday and today? Have you worked on anything else? Oh, saving. There we go. It's a ZBrush. I want this brush. Just like this. Here, because the bottom is covered. It's actually an interesting effect. Where in here it makes it look yellow, but in here it makes it look green. I've been working on my first figure study. Nice. Man, massive W. Massive W. I hope it's going well, and it has made you tear your own hair apart, because that's what figure study does to a person. Yeah. A random samurai. Nice. That looks interesting. Barely any anatomy. Yeah, but like that's what figure study is. Just understanding the rhythm of it all. Honestly. But I feel like when I obsess too much over anatomy, we lose a little bit of the validity of it. I already talked about it before. Right. That I wanted to like reduce the amount of steps that I actually take. Right. And I think that kind of works here. So, yeah. What else am I missing? It's those two things. That was quote unquote done. Here, so that I don't forget this part. Let me see. Oh yeah, that looks super cool. Yeah. Making up the colors because it's a sepia reference. Nice. I think it looks really well. Yeah. I'm just a bit... Okay. I know this is fucked up because you didn't ask for advice, but there's just one thing that I don't know if you can change. I didn't even notice the hand, actually. What I noticed is that maybe the proportions of the legs, like the whole skirt, you know, maybe that needs to be a little bit bigger. I didn't even notice the hand. And honestly, because you haven't painted yet, you could fix it really well. It's just the legs, I think they need to be bigger, because the skirt usually tightens almost at like waist level, right? But the rendering is really good. That's why I think it's so fucked up, because it's digital, right? If it's digital, it might be a little bit easier to fix. But the rendering is looking really good. Because that's why... What happened? What happened? I'm pretty close, actually, to the image. Damn, that's weird. Because, I don't know, it feels... Doesn't it feel a little bit... Maybe like the belt thingy is lower than it usually is. So it looks like the legs are smaller, but they aren't. It feels like he's about to fall over. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a bit of a pose. Maybe it's just a short king. Damn. Let me see. No, yeah. That is weird. Maybe it's because it's an old photo and I'm more used to seeing more recent Oh no, I understand. Like, it's hard to get these things right through eyeball. Don't worry about it. I think you did a fantastic job. I think it's really, really good. The rendering is so fucking slick. Holy cow. But it might be because it's an old photo, so maybe it was more of a custom to where it's lower. And nowadays it's more of a custom to where it's higher. It's practice. You've been practicing, man. This is the fruits of your labor. How's I can go? Like, I know the yukata is a bit different. Like, even with this set, I think, like, I've seen it higher a little bit. Yeah, the yukata, I know that it's higher, much higher. But I was thinking of something else, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, I'm something of a dumbass myself. Yeah, but that's the thing. I did notice it was lower than the photo, but it's not like that much lower. Even in the photo itself, it looks weird for me. Even the photo looks weird. So it's not something that you did. It's just personal bias. So it's just a tiny bit lower on yours, so it's not that relevant for the picture. It's just me being weird. So don't worry about it. I'm actually painting this on the wrong layer, but fuck it. I just hope that this doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. Good. Okay. This, we do like that. We do a little bit of tomfoolery in this house. Oh, it's all in the same layer. Holy shit. Wait, there's something there. There we go. So all of that is done. There's the vision, but I think I'm gonna do that later because of the adjustment layers. The ice is also for later. So the cape, now we need Kaeya references again. I am lazy in what I'm gonna do. First select this to know where I'm actually working. Okay, there's nothing. So yeah, dude, that study is looking amazing. doing. Nice. My favorite type of time lapse is when you see the artist fucking struggling with something and like making it and remaking it like 3 times in a row. Because when I see it, like I feel seen, right? Because a lot of people think you, in digital art, you just get a certain brush and all of a sudden it paints on its own, almost like AI. It's like, nah, bitch. We working out here. We studying light and shape and values and form and gesture. Meanwhile, people like admiring AI art with their fucking sausage hands. There has never been a better time for artists to start learning how to paint hands. What do you think is better, full screen recording or canvas only? Honestly, I think canvas only. I think it's better because like full screen, when you're time lapsing it, for instance, for me, right? I like to zoom in and zoom out a lot. If people are looking at it, they're gonna have an epileptic attack. I'm certain of it. Right? That's why I like Clip Studio's time lapse. Because it's just canvas. So like you rotate the canvas, they don't see you rotate the canvas, alright? They see the piece that you're working on and that's it. I don't think that's too much. I shouldn't zoom in, but yeah, it's a crutch. It's a crutch. I shouldn't zoom in. Like, at least when I'm working on the initial phase, I don't zoom in too much. If it doesn't work on the macro level, it's not going to work on the micro level. I saw one guy have a canvas, but he had his zoom box. I do not understand. I understand all of those words separately, but I do not understand the sentence. Pretty funny to watch. Okay, let me see. Jesus. You know what this looks like? This looks like when 3D software is trying to render certain tiles, right? But in this case, like instead of rendering sequentially, it's like picking things to render first at random. Oh, the zoom box is so funny. But this is like interesting to analyze. Like imagine if you had the data of all of the zooms and making like a density visualization of where he spent the most time, right? And you would see yeah, a heat map, right? And you would see like a heat map all over the camera and the astronaut. Like, it would be so cool. Like, that's the sort of thing that if you show someone that's studying art, right, how to draw and things like that, it gives like a new perspective over the thing, right? Like showing other artists actually doing it, not just saying, "Oh, you need to spend more time rendering the focal point." It's like watch this guy like painting the background in 2 hours, but taking 70 hours to do the character. God damn, it's raining hard. Damn. I don't know. I'm not like a big fan of real time because then I need to like constantly be seeing what's like useful or not for me. Yeah, it's weird. Wait, why the fuck? Oh, it's because of the harness. There we go. Yes. Harness. I'm gonna be very lazy with the cape. Like, it has a very intrinsic design, but I don't care. There, I said it. I don't care. Like, when I'm doing this, I don't like to zoom in more than this, right? Like, have the entire piece so that I can figure out. Oh, I can figure out how it works overall. Because if it doesn't work in big, it's not gonna work. You can always refine it. And I've seen like countless artists doing this. Like, countless artists can't be wrong, right? But now, I also need to be careful about this because there's a glow on that sword. Hmm. Maybe something like here and something here, maybe. And I can like cut it. Right. Looks like the rain has calmed down. This. Never mind, it's coming back. It would be something like that. So. Oh, my belly. Something like that. Oh, what the fuck? Alright. Shadows there. Have to fix that later. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I still need a lot of practice on this sort of stuff, but it's not bad. I think it needs a little bit more What the fuck is happening with my voice? I think I can get away with a little bit of darker color here. Just kind of said there's not a lot of tonal variation to it. Let's add some blue to it. Let's fuck this shit up. I'm blurring. I don't give a shit. Alright, man. Yeah, it's pretty late for you, so yeah. Good work out there, gamer. We'll assemble tomorrow. Alright, have a good night. That's how it feels to render clothes. Good. Right, I think what I'm gonna do is actually add a little bit of a multiply. Jesus. Not a multiply, but like darken it a little bit, you know? A little bit of saturation. Right. Here. Here. There. That do be looking scrumptious. Let's need the light. Very good. Oh, it's saving. And we go here. We go there. Just fixing. What the fuck is that? Just fixing this part over here. Okay, and this part. I think it looks good for what it is, at least. I think all of the small parts are done, right? I might be forgetting one or two, but overall that's it. Actually thinking if I should start this sword, because this one is going to be a very complicated part. You know what? I think I'm going to stop here because I also have the prompt to do today, and if the computer continues to behave the way it is behaving, um, it's gonna take me a while to actually finish the prompt. So just in hindsight, I think I'll end up here at around 2 hours and a half. Yeah, I think that's it. Well, let's save manually. Good. Let's delete that. Well, I want to thank everyone that joined me today. I am going to continue work, but not on this piece, obviously. It's going to be another piece to post on Twitter. Why haven't you been posting them on Instagram? I don't give a shit about Instagram. I've been posting them on Twitter. You think I'm gonna get anything on Instagram? Legitimately, like they don't give a shit. On Twitter, I've been rather lucky. Because there have been people following, especially the stuff that I do with Diana and Leona. Some people, like randoms, have been liking it. So, but Instagram has like no reach for that. So, yeah. Yeah, stream for gaming gamers. But yeah. So Friday there won't be a stream, but Wednesday and Thursday is still up, 9 a.m. GMT +1. Thank you everyone that watched me live, and thank you everyone that might be watching this on the VOD channel. So yeah, I'm leaving now, and tomorrow there'll be more of this. Goodbye.